Hi everyone, I'm Ron Kalik. I'm your instructor for EDT 507, Transformation Leadership. This video will provide an overview of the course, how certain aspects work, and hopefully after watching this, you'll feel comfortable and we'll be ready to go. So this is a fun course. I love teaching all these courses in the EdTech program. This one's really nice because it gives me a chance to work with some of my colleagues at Clarence High School, where I'm a full-time history teacher, in addition to my responsibilities here at Canisius, and I bring in a lot of some guest facilitators in this course. So since it's about leadership and technology, we'll have a chance to chat with the superintendent of Clarence Central Schools, Dr. Hicks. We'll have a chance to chat with Mrs. Kristen Overholt, who's our curriculum director, and we'll also have a chance to chat with Mr. Bob Ranieri, who's the head of our IT department. So we're going to look at leadership from all different levels. We're also looking at leadership styles and how we really become effective members or vehicles of change, I guess, in our buildings, right? Trying to integrate more technology with our own students and hopefully being leaders amongst our fellow colleagues, helping those individuals feel more adept and comfortable using technology as well. So here's the syllabus. We're not going to spend a lot of time going over this. I think you could read this certainly and understand the major aspects. A major part of this course, though, is a field experience where you're going to find 10 hours observing and interviewing a leader in some sort of setting. It could be a teacher, it could be an IT person, it could be an administrator. They must be some sort of leader in ed tech and helping them sort of look at what they have in their own settings. This will kind of help you for your final project, which we'll get to in a moment here. Okay, so there's also a common assignment for the course where you're going to really do an in-depth needs assessment and vision for technology in your workplace. So if you're already working in a school, you can certainly do your field experience here. You could do it certainly at your school. If you're not in a school, you're going to have to find a place to do all of this. But we'll work this all out. Okay, so we'll get to that in a moment. All right, there are the course objectives and special circumstances. All of this section goes into excuse me, I kind of went too fast here. All of this goes through the posting aspects and how it works. Usually our schedule goes Wednesday. Module will start on a Saturday. They go through the following Sunday. On Wednesday, I expect you to have your post already submitted to Schoology, which I'll get to in a moment here. And then by Sunday, any deliverable is due, and certainly your replies to other students' posts are due. So it talks all about the discussions and how in-depth they should be, how thorough they should be. Everything's APA cited, certainly. All right. Here's the scoring breakdown. Here's the rubric for any written deliverables. Okay. And here is the rubric for the discussions, how much we're looking for you're really producing great posts that have meaningful comments, using multiple sources, things of that nature. Okay. All right. So after that, here's the common assignment for the course. Now, one of the first things that we're going to look at together is the Clarence District's Technology Plan. It actually expires this year, started in 2012, I believe. It was a 5-year plan that went through 2017. Believe it or not, this very day I'm making this video, we actually have a meeting with the Technology Committee, which I'm a part of, and I think we're going to sort of look at some of the spending that we're doing and also probably revisit what we're going to do going forward after this year in perhaps revamping and producing a new technology plan. Okay, so your common assignment, pretty much it can mimic this, right? This should be the model for your plan, where you're producing a technology plan for your situation, for your school, for your area. So it's going to have a cover page, a table of contents. You're going to do a needs assessment. All right, you're going to produce this technology philosophy, a vision statement, and key components of the plan, and even about funding proposals. Okay. And then you're going to eventually present all of this to us in a really fun and meaningful sort of ed tech way, right? Whether it be through screencasting, podcasting, using multiple tools that if you've had me in other courses or other professors in the program, you know what I'm talking about. If this is an elective for you from a different program, we'll help you make this a really creative, fun experience. Okay, so here's the rubric for all of this, which you can go through later. All right. And there's all the rubric aspects. Okay. Now, the very end of the syllabus is pretty much the course breakdown of schedule for our 8 weeks, these very fast sessions. So the first week, and I should change this, I just realized that. It says Moto Orientation. I'll change that immediately to Schoology Orientation. This program uses two different formats. We do not use Desire to Learn. We use either Edmodo or we use Schoology in our courses. The reason why is because these are really commonly used tools amongst K through 12 settings. So if you're a teacher right now, you can use these tools for free with your own students as a great vehicle to post assignments, facilitate discussions, really create either a flipped or blended classroom through this online communication tool as a learning management system. So this course will use Schoology. Now, I've used Edmodo for years with this program. I've started to make the switch to Schoology because I'm actually using Schoology full-time with all my students at Clarence High School. So it's been great for me to kind of use both at the same time. So I think it's a nice way to sort of give us a mixture. All right. So second week will be about leadership styles. Some of those of you who already know me, if you watch my Get to Know, I'm also a history teacher. I have a PhD actually in American history. So I'm a tremendous lover of American history, especially the Revolution, the Civil War. So we're going to look at Abraham Lincoln as a case study in leadership. All right, which is really kind of a fun way to look at that. We're going to look at change, and here's where we're going to have Dr. Hicks come in and talk to us. We're going to look at formative and summative evaluation planning and an ed tech leadership aspect with Bob Ranieri. Do a little bit on collaboration, and then building sort of professional learning communities with ed tech in mind. We'll talk with Kristen Overholt for that week, and then our reflections. Okay, so those are all the discussions. And there's our Schoology setup. So this is an important information here, right? This is how to access our course. This is how you get into Schoology. This is how you create, you join a course. This is the code for the course. We'll also use Turnitin as a place to collect student work. Now it's really nice if my school, Turnitin is integrated right into Schoology. So you don't have to go to one spot. But that's for the enterprise expensive version of Schoology. We're using the free version here, so it doesn't have that feature. But we'll still go to turnitin.com. Here's the way to get to that. You create your account, you enter your code for the course, and there is the password Fort Niagara, where I actually used to work years ago as a British soldier reenacting the Revolution at Fort Niagara, which is right up in western New York, right by the Niagara River on the border between New York and Canada, which is a wonderful site to go see if you're local. We'll also use Noodle Tools as a setup for creating bibliography, and here's the directions how to create your Noodle Tools account. All right, so that's all the information there in the syllabus. Okay, so here's the actual course. What you see right now, there's other things. Let me get back into the main area here. This is what you see for now. There's other folders here that you will not see yet, but as the modules increase, we'll keep on adding different module folders. I put the syllabus here right at the top. You'll see upcoming due dates. There's a discussion due on the 19th, the first part of your initial post. There's also a get to know post due by the Sunday, the 22nd. And here's a place where I keep all of our action sheets. I'll get to those in a moment. These are the Google Docs that I use that kind of guide you through each module. I put them here, but I also put them in each module's folder. Okay, so here's the module folder. This is a general folder about course setup materials, which I mentioned. Here we're going to ask you to take a survey. Here's a great document on free publications for technology to look at, how to use some of the Keisha's College databases, how to access Turnitin, and also how to get into Noodle Tools and access all of that material. Okay, so that will always be there for you. And here is our first module folder. Okay, so this will be very consistent the way we set this up. I'll have the action sheet always at the top. I'll have a red folder here of materials, kind of like the files, links, videos for the week. This week is pretty straightforward. The first thing we have is the Clarence District Technology Plan. Go through that, read that, think about what's there and how it's put together. All right. I made this video a couple years ago. It's not really dated yet, but I want to give you a kind of overview of vision and leadership with technology. And then here's our Ed Tech Handbook, which does explain in some more detail the 10-hour field experience. Okay, so that'll be really good. All right, so let's get back up into the module folder here, and let's look at the action sheet. So here's the action sheet. This I do this every single week for everybody. Let me make this a little bigger for everyone so we can see it. Okay, so I'm going to ask you certainly to read the syllabus again. If you have any questions, so go through that, please. You can watch this video here on how to use and access Schoology. Okay. And here's what I just explained. Everything's in the course setup folder. we're going to read the Clarence District Technology Plan, which I just showed you where it was, and also watch that video, which you can also access right here. And then here's our prompt for the week. This course required a draft technology plan. We're going to use the Clarence one as a model. All right, after reading this plan, I want you to answer these questions, please. Now, that discussion will be right here in our Module 1 folder. We'll go back to the Schoology page. There it is. You just click this, right? And here you begin your post. Okay, now you're going to see the rubric there, which is right from the syllabus. I actually grade this right on Schoology. I love Schoology because you can embed rubrics right in everything. And here would be where you start to write your comments. Now, some tips on Schoology. For some reason, it doesn't default to having the spell check turned on, so you want to turn on your spell check. Just also tips, some people like to maybe write their posts in either Word or Google Docs. That's great, but you can actually, I think you should do that because you could like always have it and refine it. Sometimes when students write right here in the box and they might mistakenly hit the back key and then they lose their post. So I would compose it somewhere else, but what I would do is copy and paste this. I think it's nice if we can actually see it right here rather than looking at a link to a Google Doc. I mean, both work, but sometimes I think it's better for students when they're reading posts. You can also attach files. You can also attach links. And when you're done, you post. Okay? And then during the week, I'll just do a test post. I'll just post. And then during the week, you can like people's posts. You'll have a reply here where you want to reply to individual students' posts, and that's how we facilitate our discussions. Let me just delete this. Okay? Great. So you don't have to see that later. All right, so that's what we're doing for the first week. Now, usually this is due on a Wednesday, but because we start late on this Monday, or Tuesday really, I'm asking you to do this by Thursday, the 19th. It's a little fast turnaround because we start late, but we have to get going quickly here in 8-week sessions. By the following Sunday, you're going to complete the technology survey. You're also going to post your get to know to the get to know discussion. Again, if you've done this for other courses, nothing's really changed. You could use, that one again. Some things have changed, certainly update it. You can go beyond just a PowerPoint or a Prezi, maybe make a screencast, a video, an audio recording, just something, be creative. And you're also going to register for Noodle Tools and turn it in. Remember, all those codes are the very last page of the syllabus. And certainly reply to other students' posts. Now, just for the minimum, we're saying at least 2 students' posts, but certainly please try to go beyond that and make meaningful comments and as we all work together in the course. All right, so that's the way the course works. I hope this all made sense. Please let me know if you have any questions as you get acclimated to using Schoology and reading over the syllabus. And I'm looking forward to working with everyone. All right, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.